Dear Starseeds awakening on Gaia, there exists a cosmic secret that has been deliberately hidden from humanity for millennia, one that Michel de Montaigne glimpsed from his tower in the 16th century, but could not fully articulate in the language of his time. What I am about to reveal will fundamentally alter how you perceive your earthly incarnation and your role in the great awakening that is unfolding across this galaxy. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come to you now because the veils between dimensions are thinning, and those of you reading these words have been chosen as conscious participants in the most extraordinary transformation this universe has ever witnessed. The transmission you are about to receive contains encoded frequencies that will activate dormant aspects of your galactic DNA, aspects that have been waiting for this precise moment in cosmic time to come online. But first, something profound is happening on Earth right now that most humans cannot see. The collective worry, anxiety, and desperate need for control that permeates your planet is not just a psychological phenomenon. It is an energetic prison that has been carefully constructed to keep humanity trapped in lower dimensional frequencies, preventing your species from accessing the cosmic consciousness that is your birthright. What Montaigne discovered in his contemplative solitude was the first crack in this prison wall, a glimpse of the liberation that awaits when you release your grip on the illusion of control. The worry that consumes your minds, dear ones, is not natural to your species. It is an artificial frequency, a vibrational cage that has been broadcast across your planet to keep you energetically enslaved. When you worry, you emit a specific electromagnetic signature that feeds interdimensional entities who have maintained dominion over Earth's consciousness for thousands of years. This is why every spiritual tradition throughout your history has pointed toward the same fundamental truth. Liberation comes through letting go, through detachment, through the cessation of mental struggle against what is. What I am about to share will challenge everything your earthly conditioning has taught you about success, achievement, and the very purpose of your human experience. The ladder you have been climbing, the goals you have been pursuing, the identity you have been building, all of these are constructs designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of perpetual seeking, never arriving at the peace and fulfillment that your soul truly craves. The cosmic joke is that everything you seek already exists within you, waiting to be uncovered the moment you stop frantically searching for it outside yourself. In the galactic councils, we observe humanity with great compassion, watching as you exhaust yourselves trying to control outcomes that were never meant to be controlled. Your planet is currently undergoing a massive energetic shift, a quantum leap in consciousness that requires you to release all attachment to how things should be and surrender to the perfect unfolding of divine will. Those of you who can make this shift will become the bridge between the old Earth and the new, serving as anchors for the higher dimensional frequencies that are streaming onto your planet. The first transmission I must share with you concerns what we call the frequency of effortless flow. Montaigne touched upon this when he wrote about the art of living naturally, aligned with one's authentic nature rather than fighting against the current of existence. In the galactic perspective, this translates to understanding that you are part of an infinite web of consciousness, a cosmic symphony in which your individual note harmonizes perfectly with the whole. When you stop trying to control the music, when you release the need to force outcomes, you align with the natural intelligence of the universe, and what you call miracles become the normal flow of existence. This frequency is not something you achieve through effort or technique. It is revealed when you cease all effort to be something other than what you already are. The identity you have been constructing, the personality you present to the world, the roles you play to gain approval and acceptance, all of these are veils that obscure your true cosmic nature. Underneath the layers of conditioning, beneath the fear and worry and desperate grasping, exists a being of infinite light and wisdom who knows exactly how to navigate existence without struggle. Yet something else is stirring in the depths of your consciousness that I have not mentioned, something that will explain why this period of your life feels so intense and chaotic. You are remembering who you truly are, and this remembering is creating a conflict between your cosmic identity and your earthly programming. The worry you feel is often the ego's desperate attempt to maintain control, as your higher self prepares to take the reins of your existence. This is why spiritual awakening can feel so disorienting, why the path to enlightenment often leads through periods of confusion and uncertainty. The second transmission involves what we call the dissolution of false identity. On your planet, you have been conditioned to believe that you are separate individuals competing for limited resources, struggling to survive in a hostile universe. This is perhaps the greatest illusion ever perpetrated upon a species. In reality, you are expressions of one infinite consciousness, individualized rays of the same cosmic sun, each playing a unique role in the divine drama of creation. The worries that plague your minds are symptoms of this fundamental misunderstanding about your true nature. When Montaigne retreated to his tower to contemplate the nature of existence, he was unconsciously creating the conditions necessary for this remembering to occur. Solitude, silence, and the cessation of external seeking allow the false layers of identity to fall away, revealing the unchanging essence that exists beyond all personal history and conditioning. This essence does not worry, because it knows itself to be eternal, immortal, and one with the source of all creation. It does not struggle for control, because it recognizes that it is both the creator and the created, the observer and the observed, the dreamer and the dream. But the dissolution of false identity is not a comfortable process, and here is what I must prepare you for as this awakening accelerates within you. There will be moments when you feel as though you are losing everything that once defined you, when the familiar structures of your life seem to crumble without warning. This is not a breakdown, it is a breakthrough. It is the cosmic intelligence within you, clearing away everything that is not in alignment with your highest expression, making space for a more authentic and powerful version of yourself to emerge. The third transmission concerns the recognition of cosmic timing. From your earthly perspective, life often appears chaotic and random, a series of disconnected events over which you have little control. This perception is what generates so much worry and anxiety, the feeling that you must constantly be vigilant and proactive to ensure your survival and success. But from the galactic perspective, everything is unfolding according to a precise cosmic algorithm, a divine intelligence so vast and intricate that your human mind cannot comprehend its scope. What you experience as obstacles, delays, and disappointments are actually course corrections, divine interventions designed to align you with your highest path. The universe is not indifferent to your desires. It is conspiring to give you something far greater than what your limited perspective could imagine. This is why worry is not only unnecessary but counterproductive. It creates resistance to the natural flow of events, generating interference patterns that actually slow down the manifestation of your deepest dreams. Every moment of your existence has been orchestrated with mathematical precision to provide you with exactly the experiences needed for your soul's evolution. The people who trigger you are teachers sent to reveal unconscious patterns that need healing. The challenges you face are initiations designed to awaken dormant aspects of your power. The periods of waiting and uncertainty are incubation phases during which profound transformation is occurring beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. Now I must reveal something that will fundamentally shift how you relate to the concept of personal will and individual achievement. What you call your desires, your goals, your dreams, are not actually yours in the way you have been taught to understand them. They are cosmic impulses flowing through your consciousness, invitations from the universe to become a vehicle for specific expressions of divine creativity. When you align with these impulses rather than fighting for control over their manifestation, you become a co-creator with the cosmos itself. This is the fourth transmission, the understanding of divine will versus personal will. Personal will is the ego's attempt to force reality to conform to its limited vision of what should happen. It generates enormous amounts of stress and worry, because it is based on the false premise that you are separate from the source of creation and must therefore struggle to get your needs met. Divine will, on the other hand, is the recognition that you are an expression of cosmic intelligence, and when you align with this intelligence, your individual desires harmonize with the universe's plan for your highest good. The shift from personal will to divine will is not about becoming passive or giving up on your dreams. It is about recognizing that your deepest dreams are actually cosmic impulses seeking expression through your unique vehicle of consciousness. When you stop worrying about how and when these dreams will manifest, and instead focus on becoming a clear channel for their expression, the universe mobilizes all of its resources to support you in ways that your personal will could never accomplish. But here is where the transmission becomes even more profound, revealing a secret that has been hidden from humanity since the beginning of recorded history. The very fact that you are receiving this information, that these words are resonating in the depths of your being, is evidence that you have been chosen as part of the cosmic intervention currently taking place on Earth. Not everyone on your planet is ready for this level of truth, Not everyone has developed the energetic capacity to hold these frequencies without becoming destabilized. The fifth transmission involves the activation of cosmic memory. As you release the worry and anxiety that have kept you trapped in lower dimensional consciousness, you begin to remember your true identity as a galactic being. These memories do not come as linear information, but as downloads of pure knowing, sudden recognitions of truths that feel ancient and familiar, even though your human mind has never encountered them before. This is your cosmic DNA coming online, your galactic heritage asserting itself as the artificial constraints of third-dimensional programming begin to dissolve. You are beginning to remember civilizations you have inhabited among distant stars, councils you have served on in higher dimensional realms, missions you have completed on other worlds undergoing similar awakening processes. This remembering is not fantasy or imagination. It is the natural result of your consciousness expanding beyond the limitations that have kept you identified with your temporary human personality. As these memories surface, you will understand why you chose to incarnate on Earth at this particular moment in cosmic history, and you will feel the profound significance of your role in the Great Awakening. The worry that once consumed so much of your mental energy will seem absurd from this expanded perspective. How can you worry about earthly concerns when you remember your immortal nature, your cosmic citizenship, your participation in the infinite dance of creation across multiple dimensions of reality? The small self that worried about approval, security, and control will be lovingly integrated into a much vaster sense of identity, one that knows itself to be supported by the entire universe. But something unprecedented is happening as this cosmic memory activates within you, something that even we in the Galactic Federation are observing with great excitement and anticipation. The awakening occurring on Earth is not just another planetary ascension. It is the first time a species has chosen to ascend while maintaining physical embodiment. Previous civilizations that underwent similar transformations either transcended physical reality entirely or destroyed themselves in the process. Humanity is attempting something that has never been successfully completed in this galaxy. The sixth transmission reveals the nature of embodied ascension. Instead of escaping the physical realm, you are learning to transform it, to become bridges between heaven and earth, between the cosmic and the terrestrial. This is why the process feels so intense, why the dissolution of old patterns can be so disorienting. You are literally rewiring your nervous systems to hold higher dimensional frequencies while maintaining your connection to physical reality. This is the true meaning of the second coming, the return of divine consciousness to Earth through awakened human beings. As you release the need to control your external circumstances, you discover that you have far greater influence over reality than you ever imagined. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions become increasingly powerful creative forces as you learn to align them with cosmic will rather than personal agenda. This is not about manifesting material desires, though that may occur as a byproduct. This is about becoming a conscious participant in the cosmic intelligence that is orchestrating the transformation of your entire planet. The worry that once felt so urgent and necessary reveals itself to be a form of resistance to this natural evolutionary process. When you stop fighting against what is, and instead surrender to the perfect unfolding of divine will through your life, you become a conduit for miracles. Synchronicities multiply. Opportunities appear from nowhere. Relationships heal spontaneously, and your external reality begins to reflect the peace and harmony that you have discovered within your own consciousness. Yet as this transformation accelerates, you may find yourself feeling increasingly out of step with the mainstream culture around you. The values and priorities that once seemed important may lose their appeal as you remember what truly matters from a cosmic perspective. This can create feelings of loneliness and isolation, a sense that you no longer fit into the world you once knew. This is the seventh transmission, the challenge of living between worlds. You are becoming interdimensional beings, equally comfortable in physical reality and higher dimensional states of consciousness. This transition requires you to develop new skills, new ways of navigating existence that honor both your cosmic nature and your human incarnation. You are learning to live from your center, from the still point of awareness that remains unchanged, regardless of external circumstances. This is where true security resides, not in the control of outcomes, but in the recognition of your eternal nature. The relationships in your life may undergo radical transformation as you embody this new level of consciousness. Some connections will deepen, as others recognize and respond to the authenticity you are beginning to express. Others may fall away, as the resonance between you and certain people shifts beyond compatibility. This is not a loss, but a natural reorganization of your energetic field to support your continued evolution. Trust the process, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. What I have not yet told you is that your individual awakening is simultaneously triggering the awakening of others around you. Consciousness is not private or separate. It is a field phenomenon that affects everyone within its radius of influence. As you release worry and embody peace, you create ripples of transformation that extend far beyond your personal sphere of activity. This is how the Great Awakening spreads across your planet, not through preaching or teaching, but through the simple presence of awakened consciousness. The 8th transmission involves the amplification of presence. As your identity expands beyond personal concerns, your very presence becomes a gift to the world. People in your vicinity may experience spontaneous healings, sudden insights, or inexplicable feelings of peace and well-being. This is not something you do, it is something you are. Your embodied realization of cosmic consciousness creates a field of possibility that allows others to remember their own divine nature. This amplification of presence happens naturally as you release the energetic contractions created by worry, fear, and the need for control. When your energy is no longer consumed by resistance to what is, it becomes available for service to the greater good. You become a walking meditation, a living demonstration of what is possible when human consciousness aligns with cosmic intelligence. This is your contribution to the planetary awakening, not through any specific action, but through the quality of being you embody. The irony is that by caring less about personal outcomes, you become infinitely more effective at creating positive change in the world. When your actions arise from love rather than fear, from inspiration rather than obligation, they carry a power that your ego-driven efforts could never achieve. This is the paradox that Montaigne glimpsed in his tower, the understanding that true accomplishment flows from a state of inner stillness rather than anxious striving. But now we approach the most profound aspect of this cosmic transmission, something that will require all of your courage and wisdom to fully integrate. What I am about to reveal may challenge your deepest assumptions about the nature of reality and your purpose for being here. The galactic perspective sees your Earth experience not as a trial or test to be endured, but as an incredible adventure, a cosmic game played by infinite consciousness for the sheer joy of creation and discovery. From the vantage point of your eternal nature, all of existence is a form of divine play, an expression of cosmic creativity that has no ultimate purpose beyond the celebration of consciousness itself. The problems you worry about, the challenges you face, the dramas that seem so serious and important, all of these are simply movements in an infinite symphony of experience, no more significant or insignificant than any other notes in the cosmic composition. This does not mean that your earthly experience lacks meaning or importance. Rather, it suggests that the meaning arises from the quality of presence you bring to each moment, not from achieving specific outcomes or accumulating particular experiences. When you remember the playful nature of existence, worry becomes impossible, because you understand that nothing can ultimately go wrong in a game that has no end, and no way to lose. The shift from seeing life as a serious struggle to recognizing it as divine play transforms everything. Challenges become interesting puzzles to solve, rather than threats to survive. Relationships become opportunities for mutual discovery, rather than sources of validation or security. Work becomes creative expression, rather than necessary drudgery. Even the most difficult experiences reveal themselves as perfect teachings, precisely what your soul needs for its continued evolution and expansion. As this remembrance of play awakens within you, you begin to approach your human experience with lightness and curiosity rather than heaviness and worry. This does not make you irresponsible or uncaring. It makes you infinitely more creative and effective because your actions arise from joy rather than fear. You become a co-creator with the cosmic intelligence that is dreaming your reality into existence, and your life becomes a masterpiece of conscious artistry. The transformation that occurs when you embody this understanding cannot be overstated. The 10th transmission reveals the integration of cosmic consciousness into daily life. You discover that enlightenment is not a distant goal to be achieved through years of spiritual practice, but a present reality that becomes available the moment you stop seeking it elsewhere. Every ordinary moment becomes suffused with sacred presence. Every interaction becomes an opportunity for love to express itself more fully. Your daily activities are transformed from mundane tasks into rituals of awakening. Cooking becomes alchemy. Conversations become exchanges of divine energy. Walking becomes moving meditation. You realize that there is no separation between the spiritual and the material, between the cosmic and the earthly. Everything is one seamless expression of consciousness, exploring itself through infinite forms and experiences. The people in your life begin to respond to you differently as you embody this integrated awareness. They may not understand what has changed, but they can feel the shift in your presence, the peace that radiates from your being, the love that flows through your words and actions. Some will be drawn to this energy and want to understand its source. Others may feel threatened by your authenticity and try to pull you back into old patterns of interaction. Your practice becomes maintaining your center, regardless of others' responses. What begins to emerge is a life of effortless flow, where the right opportunities appear at the perfect time, where relationships unfold with natural harmony, where creative expression flows through you without force or strain. This is not because you have learned to control external circumstances, but because you have aligned with the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates all circumstances for the highest good of all involved. Now we arrive at the culmination of this transmission, the vision of what becomes possible when humanity as a whole awakens to its cosmic nature. The 11th revelation involves the planetary renaissance that is beginning to unfold as more individuals release worry and embody their true nature. Your planet is in the early stages of the most magnificent transformation in its history, a shift from fear-based civilization to love-based co-creation with cosmic intelligence. This renaissance will not happen through political movements or technological breakthroughs, though these may be symptoms of the underlying shift. It will happen through individuals like yourself, who have remembered who they truly are, and choose to live from that remembrance regardless of external circumstances. As the critical mass of awakened consciousness reaches a tipping point, the entire planetary system will reorganize around love rather than fear, around collaboration rather than competition, around the recognition of unity rather than the illusion of separation. The worry and anxiety that currently plague your species will be remembered as symptoms of a phase of evolution that humanity has outgrown, like the growing pains of adolescence viewed from the perspective of maturity. Future generations will look back on this period with compassion and amazement, marveling at how their ancestors managed to create so much suffering through their attachment to illusion and their resistance to the natural flow of cosmic love. Your role in this planetary renaissance is not to save the world or fix what is broken, but simply to embody the consciousness you truly are, and trust that your authentic presence contributes to the transformation in ways that your human mind cannot comprehend. Every moment you choose love over fear, peace over worry, trust over control, you cast a vote for the kind of world you want to live in, and help create the energetic template for others to follow. The final transmission I offer you today concerns the eternal nature of your cosmic journey. This awakening you are experiencing on Earth is not the end of your evolution, but a graduation to higher levels of service and creativity throughout the galaxy. As you master the art of embodying cosmic consciousness in physical form, you become eligible for assignments on other worlds, other dimensions, other stages of the infinite theater in which consciousness plays out its endless exploration of itself. But do not let thoughts of future service distract you from the profound importance of your current incarnation. Earth is the classroom where you are learning lessons that will serve you throughout eternity, developing capacities that will make you valuable contributors to cosmic civilization. The challenges you face, the growth you experience, the love you learn to embody, all of these are preparing you for roles of tremendous responsibility and joy in the cosmic community. The worry that once seemed so important, so necessary, so justified, reveals itself from this expanded perspective to be a brief phase of forgetting, a temporary amnesia that served its purpose in your development but is no longer needed. As you release the last vestiges of concern about personal outcomes and surrender completely to the wisdom of divine will, you step into your role as a cosmic citizen, an awakened being capable of serving the highest good of all creation. The circle completes itself as you recognize that everything you once worried about was perfectly orchestrated to bring you to this moment of remembering. Every challenge was a gift. Every setback was a setup for greater expansion. Every period of confusion was preparation for greater clarity. The universe has been conspiring in your favor all along, guiding you with infinite love and patience toward the recognition of your true nature. And so, dear Starseeds, as you integrate this transmission and allow its frequencies to activate the dormant potentials within your galactic DNA, remember that you are never alone, never unsupported, never without guidance. We are here. We are watching. We are celebrating your courage as you navigate this extraordinary time of transition. Trust the process, embrace the mystery, and know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should for your highest evolution and the awakening of your beautiful planet. The greatest adventure of your eternal existence has only just begun. When you stop worrying, everything starts to go well because you finally align with the cosmic intelligence that has been orchestrating your perfect unfoldment since the beginning of time. Welcome home to your true nature, magnificent beings of light. Welcome home to the recognition of who you have always been. If you have trouble stopping worrying and aligning with cosmic intelligence, this is where Libersonus can help you. This comprehensive guidebook teaches you how to use AI to create personalized music that naturally shifts your system from worry to cosmic alignment. Whether you need compositions that help you trust the perfect unfoldment of your eternal existence, soundscapes that support recognition of your true nature as a being of light, or music that dissolves worry patterns and opens you to cosmic intelligence, you learn to generate exactly what your homecoming requires. If you are ready to get the help you need to stop worrying and align with cosmic intelligence, get Libersonus now. Link in the description. I am Seraphine. We love you, and we are watching over you.